Hi guys, it's Dave at Humble Trekker channel. How you doing today? I got a message the other day on Facebook, which, by the way, if you do want to contact me and you want to make sure I see it, it's best to send me a direct message on my Facebook page, because the comment section on YouTube is a bit sketchy. I don't always get notifications. I don't always see the messages down there. So if you do want to contact me and you want to make sure I get it, either send me an email to thehumbletrekker@gmail.com or direct message me on Facebook, or join the Man Cave group and leave a post there. Anyway, this guy, he wanted to get into navigation. He was a bit of a new starter to it, and he just wanted a bit of advice. He wanted to know, should he purchase his first compass, one of these lens-static military style compasses, or a base plate compass? And I said immediately, probably the quickest answer I've ever given to anybody is, get a base plate compass as your first compass. And I'm going to show you why I gave that advice. Oh, the wind just blew my camera over. As always in the winter months in Sweden, struggling with the elements. It's either too dark, too wet, too snowy, or too windy. So I'll make the best of it. Anyway, where was I? Yeah. Why buy a base plate compass? I can teach anybody 75% of all the navigation they need to know with a base plate compass in less than 1 minute. It's based on the Silva 123 system. It's not based, it is the Silva 123 system. If you know that, you know 70 to 90% of all the navigation you ever need as a civilian doing land navigation. So let's get into it. So let's go. How to navigate in less than 1 minute using the Silva 123 system. Say I'm at this point here on this map. You see there's a larger road here, and there's a crossing with a smaller road here. So I know I'm at this intersection, and say, just for the sake of argument, I want to wander down to this lake here to do a spot of fishing. So my destination will be this red circle here. Step one is you place your compass of the baseline, this long edge is called the baseline, along your route of travel. This is a 1 to 50,000 scale map, so immediately using this scale I know it's going to be 0, it's going to be about 2.5 kilometers walk. So that's step one of the 123 system. Lay your base line on your direction of travel. Next, you take the housing and you rotate it. Inside the housing here, you will see we have lines, red and black lines. These are called the orienteering lines. And you orienteer them, you put them in the direction so that they're exactly parallel with the north-south lines on the map. And the reason there's many of them in there is so that there'll always be one which is very close to one of the vertical lines on the map. Very clever little design. So now these orienteering lines are vertical on the map. That's step two. Now we go to step three. This arrow here is called the direction of travel arrow, and you move the compass around until the red magnetic needle sits inside the red engraved arrow in the compass housing. Oh, also important to mention, you haven't moved this since you picked up from the map. And now this direction of travel arrow is pointing in exactly the direction you need to walk. I'll take step three again, but in a realistic camera angle, how you would do it in reality. What you would do, you would look down at your compass, and then, as I showed in the close-up, you put the red arrow, you move the whole compass around until the red magnetic arrow sits inside the red inscribed arrow in the compass housing, and then you'd stand behind it like I am now. You point it out like this, and now it's pointing in exactly the direction I need to travel. I don't know if you can see, but there is actually a orienteering flag out on a tree over there, orange. It's actually pointing directly at that. So that's where I'd walk towards. You take a landmark, like for example just happens to be an orienteering flag that somebody's left out there, and you'd walk towards it. And then when you got to that landmark, then you do exactly the same procedure again, step three, until you got to the lake. That is pretty much 75% of all land navigation you need to know, learn in less than 1 minute. The Silva 123 system. Get that down, the rest is gravy. The base plate compass, otherwise known as the orienteering compass or the protractor type compass, was invented in 1933 by three guys actually. It was a guy called this guy, Björn Källström, his brother Alva Källström and another guy called Gunnar Tillander, a friend of theirs, in 1933 in Sweden. Before then, all compasses had been of the military type, where you get a floating dial with all the compass points on it. So it was a complete, it was a technological breakthrough, you can really say. And these two brothers, the Källström brothers, they started the Silva compass company, which of course is now a huge concern, one of the biggest compass manufacturers on the planet. If you're a new starter to navigation, I can recommend this book. It's called Be an Expert with Map and Compass, the Complete Orienteering Handbook. And it's actually written by Björn Källström, the inventor of the base plate compass. And I think it was first published in 1955. So in some parts of it's a little bit out of date. It's a little bit old style language in it. And it really is based at complete new starters, from going from absolute zero knowledge to becoming an expert orienteer. So if you've already got some knowledge, if you're not a complete starter, this may be a little bit too basic for you. It's also directed at youth groups, schools, scouts and so on and so forth. It's got lots of fun exercises in it, and even if you are a knowledgeable navigator already, it's quite a nice book to have. So you just get the original book, all, you can say, civilian orienteering, navigation, what we learn today, all the YouTube videos where it explains how to navigate, basically comes from this book. Thanks for watching, guys. I want this video to be the absolute start level for somebody who's never navigated with map and compass before, to know the Silva 1, 2, 3 system, and then be able to get out and start navigating and start exploring. I hope I've done that. It's a very simple system. As I've said, if you know that, you basically know all you need to know. The rest is just details. I've done a few videos previously on compass and navigation, but I've never actually done this one, which is the absolute complete basics, from going from zero to be able to navigate in less than 1 minute. There's lots of other resources you can use to learn about navigation. For example, getting good books written by the original guys like Björn Källström. There's plenty of other YouTube videos, navigation videos you can go on. You can go to the own websites of the major compass manufacturers. They've got lots of advice on there. But there was actually only one thing that you really need to do to learn to navigate, and that is to get out and test and experiment and test your own skills, because in actually using the map and the compass, that's when you get the knowledge really ingrained deep in your mind. Just watching videos, reading books, that won't do it for you. You've got to get out and test it, and you don't have to go out into the absolute middle of nowhere to do that. Any spare field, any piece of ground, even in the city, you can learn to navigate with a compass and a map. And the more you do it, the better you get at it, the more comfortable you are, the more confident you are, and then you can say you're a real expert with map and compass. Till the next time, take it easy.